Hello and welcome to another episode of the Monday MOOcast. We've made it to episode 23, and I am Michael Mayer, and I'm here as always with
Greg Obert
and
Andrea Musolf.
And we're going to start off talking on this Halo Hype Week about the games that we've played over the past 7 days. Andrea, why don't you take it away?
I haven't played any Halo.
Sad face.
I know. I didn't get to it yet, but I played a lot of Skyrim. That's for sure. I actually managed to find all of the unusual gems. That was my goal this week.
Oh, unusual. What's unusual about them?
They have a fancy name. It starts with a B. It's like...
You found all those things?
Yeah.
Oh my god, the Stones of Berizz.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and right now I'm going into a scary cave to find the crown because so I got all the gems. My brother was helping me find them.
Okay.
He's found them all like a bajillion times.
Good
so
Lord.
he memorized a lot of where they were. And then so I go back to the Thieves Guild lady. She's like, "Oh, by the way, you need to find the crown that they all belong to." So
there's always a catch with those Thieves Guild people.
I know. So that's what I'm doing. I also played a little Black Ops Zombies. Very little Black Ops Zombies.
Solo, or did you play with randoms?
No, I played with my brother.
Okay.
Actually, I played the maps I've never played before. I guess they were from the original World at War maps. Ooh, those are tricky.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, I guess one of them I didn't actually play, but it doesn't have any of those perk machines.
Yep. Yeah, that's the old school.
Goodness me.
Yeah, it's pretty hard.
Yeah.
Pretty hard.
But mostly Skyrim, for what I played this week.
Still number one on your games list right now, huh? You still loving it?
Yeah, but come Tuesday, I think that's going to change.
Yeah, I think so, too. How about you, Greg?
Well, if you're watching the video portion of our podcast on YouTube, you can see the gameplays from me this week. So I played a little bit of Halo Reach. I wanted to play Anniversary, but for whatever reason, our connection was pretty bad. I was playing with Brian Stone. So if you see some lag in this game or the next clip, then that's what that's from. But other than that, last night I mopped up BioShock 2.
Oh, really? Finished
all
it?
Done.
It's a good game, huh?
It's fun. Yeah, I have qualms about it, but
okay.
For $10 from the sale a couple weeks ago, it's
Not
definitely
bad.
Worth it.
Achievement Perfection?
Oh God, no.
Oh,
yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
More than half of the achievements are either DLC
or multiplayer, and no one plays it.
Which is stupid.
Oh, that's stupid. I hate when games do that.
So, but it's fun. I recommend it. What about you, Mike?
This week fine. Andrew's going to make fun of me, but after saying I wasn't so into it, I started watching all the video reviews on Assassin's Creed last week after we recorded, and of course I couldn't help myself because everyone was saying it's fantastic. So I went and I traded some games in, and then I got Assassin's Creed 3.
I am shocked.
Which I'm sorry, Andrea, I'm not going to apologize for. Okay?
No.
I will say that
you were going to get it, though.
Yeah, I know. So I'm a couple hours into it. I still haven't actually gotten to Connor yet, so I'm not playing the main protagonist yet. I won't give it away for anyone who's going to get it, but you don't start as him. For a very lengthy amount of time, and it's pretty interesting. I actually really, really like the setting, and thus far the game's playing well, so I've been playing some of that. When I'm not playing Medal of Honor Warfighter, I'm still into that multiplayer, which of course is going to change when it comes Tuesday, yep. So let's talk about one of our would-be favorite channels that's now, I don't know what it's going to be now, but G4 TV, they're canceling their video game shows, people. What's going on with that?
Well, I mean, they didn't have very many left to begin with.
True.
I feel like it's all just Cops reruns.
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah.
But, so Attack of the Show is done, and X-Play is done.
I just don't, I don't get this.
Because that's what I associated the channel with. Was like G4 was the video game stuff,
right?
And I mean, I didn't really watch much of it, but
Well, now you will watch even less.
Exactly.
Because what's the point now?
Right.
Now G4 is a channel you go to see American Ninja and old Fox shows that are canceled.
Right. Their argument was, I remember this was maybe a year or two back. They were like, yeah, we're gonna kind of not have all the video game stuff that we used to, because I don't know if they were getting the ratings. When I first saw G4, it was video games all the time.
Oh, yeah.
You had top 10 shows, you had gameplay that you could watch.
That's when I watched it.
Right. But then it stopped.
Yeah.
And I guess they must be getting more ratings now. I don't know why or from who.
Yeah, who? I mean, I don't get it.
But they certainly went away from their founding.
Where are nerds going to get their Morgan Webb love?
YouTube.
I'm sure she'll find something.
She's dirty.
Oh, that's that host. That's that host of those shows, right?
Ooh, yeah. Okay, never mind.
You wanna,
No, that's that. No, I'm just sad.
Sure?
Yeah, I'm just sad they're taking away their best shows. I just don't like. I'm not, there's going to be no reason for me
their
to
best
watch.
shows, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you know. I just remember that's one of the reasons I got satellite TV in my house, because at the time I had a choice between cable providers and one didn't have G4 and one did, and I'm like, whole video game channel? Like, I'm getting satellite.
Of course,
you know what I mean? And now there's no reason. Like, I don't want to watch Cops. I hate Cops. I hated Cops when it was on TV, like on Fox. This is lame. Oh, whatever. So in other lame news, Greg, you uncovered this iPhone versus iPhone.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you tell us about that?
Oh, yeah. So apparently, this is from The Escapist. Apple cannot use the iPhone name in Mexico anymore,
Uh-oh.
which I found really funny. So apparently there is a telecommunications company called iPhone, just spelled iPhone.
This is awesome.
And so in 2009, Apple sued this company because they said that consumers would not be able to tell the difference between iPhone and iPhone. Well, after some digging, it turns out that the name for the company, iPhone, was registered in 2003.
Uh-oh.
But Apple's product was registered trademark in 2007.
So they're screwed.
And so the judges in Mexico's 18th District Appellate Court...
That's my favorite appellate court.
I love that. I know, right? They ruled that Apple would not be able to use the name iPhone in Mexico anymore.
Uh-oh.
And this could be applied retroactively, allowing the company iPhone to claim a sizable chunk of profits from the actual Apple product.
They just hit the lotto.
Additionally, they face sanctions of up to 20,000 days at minimum wage rate, and the company iPhone shall be entitled to claim compensation for damage caused by the invasion of their brand.
Well, the good news is that minimum wage in Mexico is like 1 cent, so they'll just have to pay them 20,000 cents.
I guess. I don't know if I should laugh at that or...
No, I mean, well, you know, a little political commentary here on MOOcast,
Sure.
but still.
Yeah, I guess Apple had a problem in the UK as well, and they were like suing Samsung for one of their tablet designs, and they lost that, and so now they lost this, and...
Goodness.
Well, you know what? They can go home and sleep on their mountain of money.
Yeah.
Right.
They still have more money than like all the countries
Thank
in the world
God.
combined. Yeah, like Jesus borrows money from Apple,
Yeah.
so I think we're all right.
We're trying to figure out, though, what they're going to call the iPhone in Mexico now.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know
Los
if you all
phone.
have any suggestions. The L phone.
L.
Yeah, what should they call the iPhone in Mexico? That's a good question.
So how about you leave a comment?
Yeah.
Let us know.
Los phone.
Los phone.
La Apple.
La Apple. I like it.
It's yeah, it's sad for them. So we can't avoid it anymore, folks. It's Halo 4 launch week.
Aw, yeah.
And the nerd excitement is at an all-time high. I was at a GameStop yesterday, and it's like we were all eyeing each other for places in line already. It was pretty disgusting, given that we were all like fully grown men. But we were all talking about it like it was some kind of like secret girlfriend we all had. It was
They actually
really
had the
weird.
countdown clock
Oh,
in
yeah.
the store.
Yeah.
I was just in a GameStop yesterday. I
Oh,
couldn't
yeah.
believe it. I'm like, oh my god.
And there's
there's
like
the
one
countdown
kid
clock.
there that's like still staring at it. Like there was one like teenager when I went in last time to get Assassin's Creed 3, and he's like, "Oh, I can't wait, man." I'm like, "Dude, it's like 3 days away. Like, you can go home and sleep. I'll see you at midnight." Yeah, but it is exciting. It's super exciting, and I thought I would not get on the hype train that much because, truth be told, I pretty much suck at Halo multiplayer. At least I have until this one. I have an inkling I'm going to be better at this one, and I'll discuss it in a second. Yeah, I suck at it usually, so I didn't think I would be on the hype train so much for this one, but now I'm psyched. Like last night, I spent like 2 hours in the middle of the night, like just watching multiplayer footage of Halo 4, and I'm like, oh my god. So I'm fully on board with the hype train, folks. How about you guys?
No, I agree completely.
Yeah.
I'd say probably the last game that I was super crazy excited about was Halo 2.
Yeah, me too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Like, I could not wait. I was going crazy.
Yeah,
with that game.
yeah.
And I know I brought it up before. But, I don't know, I wasn't really too excited about Halo 4. I was very hesitant just because Bungie wasn't on it.
Right.
You know, but after seeing the reviews
man.
a little bit of multiplayer footage myself, like, I'm very stoked, actually. I'm very, very excited.
I cannot wait.
And I cannot wait until tomorrow to get it. I know, like, technically it's Tuesday when it's midnight, but
it'll feel like tomorrow.
It'll feel like Monday still, so
Yeah.
I'm very excited to get that at midnight and play late into the evening.
Morning.
And probably
afternoon.
Whatever.
Yeah. I'm getting I'm gonna get
day.
a like a whole 20 case of Diet Pop, so I have caffeine like right next to me the entire evening. And I think I'm gonna go. It's gonna be one of the few times in my life where I get some really crappy food like Taco Bell or something like that on the way home, something that's still open. And that's gonna be my evening. And there's no way I can make it into normal work the next day because I will have the biggest stomach ache in the world, and I will get like 1 minute of sleep. So it's going to probably take a few years off my life, but be completely worth it. Now, Greg, I know that you're getting it at midnight too. Like, how disgusting are you planning on being that day? Like tomorrow, like what are you skipping to do to like make your life?
Oh, this is gonna be pathetic. So I'm actually gonna cut out halfway from my one class tomorrow.
Do it.
My classes are 5:30 to 8:30 at night.
Yeah, not tomorrow. They're not.
And while I love my I guess the direction my life is going, the current classes I'm in right now are very, very boring.
Okay.
They're very much review.
Sure.
And so, yeah, I have to go because it's like a program-wide thing that every class has mandatory attendance.
Sure.
So I'm going to go, I'm going to sign in, I'm
Right.
going to sit through the presentations
Sure.
in the first half of class, but when we have break,
You are out.
pack on my
Peace out,
laptop,
people.
and I'm out. And I'm going to go stand in line for hours upon hours.
What time are you planning on getting there?
Well, I'm hoping that what they do is like, oh, you just take a number and then
Right.
you can come back.
Right. Oh God, I hope they do that.
But if I have to stay there, I'm planning on getting there around 7:30, 7:45.
Oh, it's gonna be a long
early.
wait.
So hopefully, because I'm only 5 minutes away
Right.
from my game stop.
Me too.
So hopefully they'll let me just go home, come back at like 11:30.
God, I love when they do that. I don't think they're gonna. I have an inkling they're not gonna do it this time though, because there's gonna be so many people.
That's true.
God,
They did it for Modern Warfare 3, though.
they did.
You know?
I don't know. Andrea, what do you do? Oh, that's right. You're not doing anything.
Yeah. Loser.
I know. I'm such a party pooper. I am very excited about this game. I
Sure.
really am.
Sure you are.
But I am.
I
I pre-ordered
bet.
it months ago.
I can see it.
But I am no fun, and I'm having it mailed to my house.
Ugh.
Just because
You and
I
all the old
can't-
ladies.
I know. I really am. I really am. I go to bed at 9 o'clock.
God, you and my grandma are wait for your Halo the next day.
I can't miss work.
Oh yeah.
Well, I did for Modern Warfare 3.
See.
But I'm already, because the way the year and the vacation and like the days off work, it starts in September, and I've already taken a few days, so I feel like I really need to save those days when I want to, you know?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I know. Okay. So, long story short, I am no fun. I am getting this game, but it will be mailed to me.
Uh-huh.
I'm really, really hoping that I will, when I come home from work on Tuesday, it will be in the mailbox waiting for me.
Did you upgrade to like 1 day shipping or whatever?
I don't think so.
Oh, then you're not gonna get it tomorrow.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know. I don't remember, actually. I did it such a long time ago. I don't know.
Oh.
But I
Well-
normally have orchestra on Tuesday nights, and we don't have orchestra on Tuesday. Oh,
That's
so
good.
I'm really, really hoping that
Well, you are
I can
drooling at your mailbox, waiting
Yeah.
for the game to come.
Yeah, Greg and
play.
I-
Yeah, you guys can stand.
We'll
in the
be like
rain
level
for
35.
5 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, see, that's I don't know. I could not
Have fun with
do
that.
that. I'm not one of those people that just rushes out to wait in line, like to go see a midnight movie or whatever.
Really?
No.
You really don't?
I've never done that. No.
You've never done it.
No, even the ones I really want to see, like the Harry Potter movies,
Yeah.
I wait like a month.
Really?
To avoid all the crowds and stuff.
See, you are incredibly. You
yeah.
have much more self control than I do. Because I have been. No, but seriously, because like just taking Harry Potter as an example, like I'm not even into Harry Potter that much. Like my wife is crazy into Harry Potter, and some of our friends are crazy into Harry Potter. So, but I have been to every Harry Potter movie at midnight that that night.
Wow.
And I've been to every new Star Wars when it came out, the prequels when they came out, like every one at midnight. I went to Lord of the Rings, every one at midnight. I went to Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo ODST, and now Halo 4 at midnight.
Yeah.
Every Call of Duty at midnight. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm disgusting. I think I am disgusting, maybe a little bit. But
it's just, no, I mean, it's just, for me personally, it doesn't make sense for me to do. I mean, the only midnight
it never
thing,
makes sense.
the only midnight thing I ever did was Modern Warfare 3. I picked that up at midnight.
Yeah, see, you were
waited
fine
in line.
then. We had fun.
I know, but I didn't go to work the next day.
Yeah, okay, neither did I. That's the point.
Yeah, I suppose. But, yeah, I'm going to be no fun. I'm hoping it comes Tuesday. If it doesn't, I'll be sad. But, oh well. I figured I waited this long. What's another couple of days?
I take the other approach. I say, I've waited this long, so I'm not going to wait anymore if I have a chance to get it.
Here's a question for any people listening. Do you guys, the video game nerds out there, am I really that crazy? I would hope there are other people that do the same thing I do. I'm sure there are. Let me know. Make me feel better.
Yeah, there are many
people. I'm sitting
people.
with two crazies right next to me.
No, there are many people that have personal responsibility. Greg and I are just not one of them. So I know that let's continue on the hype train for a second.
Yeah.
I know that we've all seen like kind of behind the scenes footage on Halo 4. We've watched some multiplayer footage online. What are we all most excited for in this game? Like, what is really, like, from all the things that we've seen, like, what can you boil it down to one or two or three, like, this is what I really want to see out of Halo 4. This is what I'm expecting to see that really gets me excited.
Campaign and Spartan Ops.
Oh,
really?
that's quick.
Very, very excited. I mean, multiplayer will be fun, regardless, and I'm interested in the changes that they bring to the table.
Yeah.
But it'll be a lot of fun to return to the boots of Master Chief.
Yeah.
And see what this Spartan Ops experience is like. And I hope that if it's good, they continue.
Yeah, because they haven't said either way.
Because it's 10 weeks.
Right.
So if it's good, I'd like to see more of that.
Yeah.
Season 2, if you will.
You'd think that they would, right?
I would hope
You
so.
think?
I mean, sorry, I don't want to take up the time. Andrea, you talk.
Oh. Okay, this probably sounds like a stupid answer, but I'm really just looking forward to a new game in general, just as a whole. I mean,
because you don't buy that many.
Yeah, and I think what I'm looking forward to is just something new to play. I mean, sure, I've been having a lot of fun with Skyrim.
Sure.
But I've had it for a while, played it for a while, and I'm looking forward for something new to play. And the fact that it's Halo, it's awesome.
That's
it's like double awesome. Yeah.
I am actually most looking forward to the changes in multiplayer. Like I said before in this episode, I kind of suck at traditional Halo multiplayer, and I've been trying to figure out like why that is. And I think I'm just a better kind of skirmisher as a first-person shooter player than I am a tank or like methodical shooter. So this happens to me in Call of Duty as well. Like, you guys know that I'm best at kill confirmed.
Yeah,
by far I'm best in kill confirmed.
You're the top of my leaderboard.
Most of the time I am. But like, I can't for the life of me. I've never in my life probably have won a free for all deathmatch mode or anything like that. It's just not my playstyle. Like, I like to get in there, run, and then run out, and then, like, pick my battles that way. Mm-hmm. And so for me, like, the single most exciting thing about multiplayer is that now sprint is for everyone.
Yeah.
And I was watching, like, a lot of multiplayer Halo 4 footage last night, and I noticed that people were playing more like me now. I'm like, oh my god, he ran in, he got that, and then he ran out. And I'm like, oh my god, that's awesome. That's what I want to do. Like, I want that constant sprint. Mm-hmm. So I'm really excited for kind of the quicker pace of the multiplayer. I'm really excited for the different kind of like armor and support abilities and the way that you can really customize your experience. And here's the other thing that I'm really excited for Halo multiplayer that's different from before. Now it's not just the power weapons are in one place on every map and everyone just like memorizes where they are and rushes to get them. But now through these ordnance drops and things that they're doing, you can call power weapons into different places. So it's not so single-sided, I think, anymore towards people who just memorize the maps.
Like care packages.
Right.
Call of Duty? Oh,
right.
That's cool.
Yeah, because I never do that. Like I just do not memorize Halo maps well. So
I don't either.
Right. So for me, it's going to be awesome to be able to kind of change the battlefield that way. So I'm really looking forward to that. Mm-hmm. How about you, Greg?
What? I
Halo
said
4.
campaign.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Never mind.
Come on, Mike. You just want to talk about Halo 4.
I know, I just love Halo 4. Okay, fine. So, after Halo 4, we have 1 week, and then Black Ops 2 is coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Black Ops 2. I know we're all psyched about this, too, for different reasons. But do you think, in the end, when all this is over, what game out of these two big blockbusters do you think is going to have more of an impact, I think, long-term on the industry or on gamers? Do you think Black Ops 2 or do you think Halo 4? And what are your reasons for that, Andrea?
Oh, wow. Well, as you know, I love Call of Duty.
Sure.
But I feel like, let's see. My initial thought is if you just look at the campaign,
Right.
Halo's storyline has so much more, like, content and depth
Sure.
to it. The campaign in Call of Duty, sure, it's entertaining, but
Right.
I mean, it's over so fast.
Right.
It's the same thing. I don't know. I
Right.
just as far as story goes, I'm more inclined to pick Halo 4.
Right.
For multiplayer, I think I personally stand a better chance in Call of Duty.
Really?
Halo. I love Halo. It's just as far as the multiplayer goes, it's never been my forte.
Right.
I'm excited to play it. I mean, that's
Right.
not going to stop me.
Right.
But yeah, I just feel like I can pick up at any time in a Call of Duty game and just jump right back in.
Right.
Whereas Halo, gosh, it comes out on Tuesday. I haven't played a Halo game in a really long time, and I know when I go a while and then try to pick up Halo again, it feels so bizarre.
Right.
Like, what am I doing? I forgot how to play this game.
Right.
So if I had to pick one,
Mhm.
I'd say I'd lean toward Halo 4.
It's going to have more of an impact.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we were having this interesting discussion actually before we started recording today about this very topic, and it got me thinking. We were saying before we started recording that like we don't even know if there should be a Modern Warfare 4. There was the rumor last week that someone had leaked, that a voice actor had leaked that Modern Warfare 4 was already in pre-production, that they were doing voiceovers for it already, and so that it was a definite thing. And then they came out this week and said, no. Infinity Ward came out this week and said, I don't know what you're talking about. We're not talking to anyone yet, so we haven't announced our next project yet. That got all of us thinking that, should there even be a Modern Warfare 4? And
I hope so.
Well, I mean, like we all hope that they will, but where could the story go from there? Like, what more is there to tell? Like you were saying, Andrea,
know.
it's kind of like an explosion fest.
It is.
All the time, and they killed off all of our favorite characters pretty much.
No,
right.
Dear.
Right. So who's left? Right, Price, and he's like 1,000,000 years old.
Yeah, he's still around. Gosh.
Right, but he's like 65 or something like so.
But he wears a cool hat.
He does. So and he smokes cigars still. So
yes.
But I mean, like, where could that go? I mean, obviously with Black Ops 2, now the universe is kind of going a little bit into the future. So maybe the next one goes even further into the future. And where does that and Halo kind of merge as far as like future times and stuff like that? So I don't know if Call of Duty has so much more in terms of story left in the tank, without changing drastically. Whereas like Halo is starting a completely new trilogy that everyone is psyched to see, like brand new enemies, a brand new planet. There's a lot to learn. I feel about Master Chief's story, Cortana's story, Halo's story. And so, personally, I think that Halo 4's story is probably going to have a bigger impact.
Oh, for sure. Because, I mean, if there is going to be a Modern Warfare game, Modern Warfare 4 game, which I hope there is, because I'll be buying that.
Yeah.
Shocking, I know.
Yeah.
Like, why would I be excited to get that game? Because of the multiplayer.
Of course.
The campaign,
right. Right.
I mean, sure, I'll play it if it's there, but
right.
It's the multiplayer that I really want to play. Whereas I feel like Halo, I lean more toward the campaign side, and
right.
the multiplayer is there, and I play it. So it's the opposite.
Right. How about you, Greg?
Honestly, I think it's going to be Halo 4. But I don't think it's for any of the reasons that you all say.
Okay.
I think it's because just the business model, to be honest. Like, Halo Reach now has been out for a couple years.
Sure.
And has had more impact on the Halo community because it's been the only Halo game to come out.
It's been the only one in town, yeah.
Black Ops 2 is coming out, and that's going to be exciting, but there's going to be another Call of Duty next November.
Right.
So
there's one a year. That's a good point.
Right.
I mean, in terms of long-lasting effects, it's definitely going to be Halo 4. I read a rumor that, it's not a rumor, I'm sure it's happening, that, already development has begun on Halo 5 for the next-gen system.
Sure.
But, who knows if that's going to be a launch game, if that's going to come out. Because if so, then, yes, there will be another Halo game next year. But if not, then it's going to be 2014.
Yeah.
We'll probably see it. So, personally, I like the spacing between the entries. I do. It gives me time to consume what is there and enjoy what is there. I mean, this is a sad statistic, but I've played Halo Reach for over 18 days now.
Oh my god.
I know.
And how do you find that out again?
It was on Halo Waypoint somewhere.
Oh,
yeah, you can check all your stats, yeah.
But
in case I want to.
No, you probably don't want to.
No. you would never... Well, granted, I stopped playing Modern Warfare 3, but, it would be much harder to do something like that with a Call of Duty game.
Because the next one will already be out.
Right. I mean, you only have a year to do that, whereas Halo Reach, I've had 2 years to do that.
And you honestly, it's just you've never gotten sick of it.
I mean, at this point, I still think it's a great game, multiplayer-wise and campaign-wise and all that. I am a little sick of it just because of where I am in terms of, progression.
Like, you already unlocked everything.
So, the only thing that's left to do is get to the top rank.
Jeez.
But, I mean...
What is the point,
For those of you that know the ranking system in Halo Reach, you know how ridiculous that is. For those of you that don't, you need about 20 million credits to reach the top rank. Every game... You probably get around, I don't know, maybe 3,000 credits.
Right.
Sounds about right.
So, even with my 18 days, I'm nowhere near the top rank. I still have millions of credits to go.
I kind of worry about those guys. That,
the people that do have that.
I kind of do.
So, for me, I unlocked all the pieces of armor that I want to wear, which you can see on my Spartan.
Right.
Well, that's Brian Stone, I guess. But you can see on my Spartan.
Which looks much cooler.
Yeah. So, Call of Duty, you can get to 10th Prestige, and that's cool.
Right.
But then, with Modern Warfare 3, however many months in, we're just going to increase that by 5.
Yeah, by the way.
And then we're going to do it again. So now there's 20 Prestiges to do, and it's I hadn't even reached 10.
Right.
It's like collecting those little gems that I was doing in Skyrim this week. Oh, by the way, you need to find this crown. Because I didn't think you'd collect all the little gems. Oh, God.
Yeah, pretty stupid.
Seriously?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I like the spacing because I can enjoy my game a little more.
That's cool. I think it's safe to say that, we are all pretty excited for the next couple of days. It's going to be pretty awesome. And I think it's also safe to say that on next week's show, if you're watching the video portion, you'll probably see a healthy dose of Halo 4 multiplayer in our videos, because I don't know that we'll be playing anything else once it's out.
It's true.
At least I know that.
Well, then Black Ops comes out the following week, and then you have a choice.
I can't even speak right. Between Assassin's Creed 3 and Halo 4 and Black Ops 2 and there's too many good things to play. So last week we talked about this silly little company from Iceland that I made fun of mercilessly called Go Gogic. And Greg, you saw something this week about Go Gogic again.
Yeah,
they're back in the news.
For those of you that don't recall, or maybe are new to the show, which welcome. There's a CEO of a gaming company, Go Gogic or Go Gogic, I don't know how you say it, but he's from Iceland.
He also looks like a tool if you're looking. If you can see his picture online.
Yeah, so you can see the picture.
We'll post the articles in the comments if you're watching on YouTube.
This is via The Escapist.
He's a super tool.
And I lost my train of thought.
He's a multi-tool. Well, he was talking about single player as a gimmick, right?
Thank you. Yeah. So single player. He said single player games are a gimmick.
Right.
And it's all about the multiplayer games. And so we found out that he just has some social, like that his company makes social media, or social games, like Facebook games and browser-based games and things like that. Well, after people got upset with him, he actually came back and apologized for his comment. And he's trying to say, that's not what I meant, like what I was trying to get at. Let me see here. I'll just read the quote to you. So, single-player games can be amazing experiences, and I absolutely think they have a long future ahead of them. And I do mention in the interview that I think good single-player games will continue to appeal to the hardcore players. Modern games are an art form where tremendous skill is applied to design and experience. But it is important to realize that single-player games have to be designed with a built-in component or opponent or collaborator. Something has to take on the role of the other. This is an illusion. Those familiar with illusions know that the term gimmick means that the illusionist does what the illusionist does to distract the audience to make the illusion appear real. If properly done, the audience believes the illusion and the experience is complete. To me, that just sounds like a Tool comment, because you're like, if you're familiar with the term gimmick, like,
right.
And then he goes on to say that he plays the language card, which may or may not be true.
Sure.
But he says that he didn't mean to use the word gimmick in an offensive, dismissive, or aggressive way,
Right.
noting that the remark came up during a 2-hour telephone interview conducted in English, which is not his native language.
Right.
It was, for me, a descriptive word for the mechanics used to drive single-player games so we can enjoy them by ourselves.
Well, I totally mean when I call him a tool. so just to clarify that. I mean, he's backpedaling, because a lot of people were like, what about this, and what about this, and what about this? And then he had no way to go with that, so he's just going to say sorry, which is fine. He can say sorry all he wants. But he kind of reminds me of a lot of like professors that work in academia that use big Latin root words just so they can tell you this comes from the Latin blah, meaning blah, like just to like prove how smart they are. Yep. And I don't buy those people, so like he can go suck it. Because he's just wrong.
Don't sugarcoat it. Tell me how you really feel.
That's how I really feel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, folks, we've got... wait a minute, what's this, Greg? What are you
I have
playing
another
this for?
story.
Oh, go ahead.
Since we have some more gameplay,
Sure,
I thought
go ahead.
we'd fill up the time a little bit. So,
Sure, go ahead.
Yes, Castle Crashers is on for...
I love that game.
So this comes via our new friends at First Person Gamers.
Okay.
firstpersongamers.com, and they followed us on Twitter and liked us and all
Hey,
that
First
stuff.
Person
So,
Gamers.
hey, welcome. Thanks. We appreciate you. And so I started to check out the website a little bit, and they reported a couple weeks back that apparently the Wii U Black Ops 2 will not have Elite support.
For what reason?
Oh. Yeah.
Well, according to Activision, we are
suck.
currently evaluating options for Call of Duty Elite to support Nintendo's Wii U game system. However, Call of Duty Elite for Call of Duty Black Ops 2 will not support this platform when the game launches on November 13th.
Wow. Bummer.
Which is weird, because... Okay, I just have a little rant about Elite.
Go for it.
We may have talked about this in previous episodes, so bear with me here, but I hate Elite. Like,
Really?
I think it is the dumbest thing.
Why do you hate it?
It's been so buggy and so glitched since
buggy.
it launched.
It is
like,
buggy.
Yeah.
I couldn't even visit the website
neither
for
could
like
I.
weeks
A
at a
long
time.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then I know when we were playing, well, when I was playing Modern Warfare 3, I know you two probably still do, but
Sometimes.
they had those clan challenges.
Right.
Yeah.
How often did those things ever come up?
Not.
They were
a lot.
always glitchy.
The
yeah.
scheduled
They
events
died.
where you like had to do some
Right.
sort of objective.
Yeah, they were always
And
messed up.
if they showed up at all, it was like once a month or something.
Right.
I feel like they were very sporadic, and the only reason anyone subscribed was because they wanted the DLC, because it would have been a little cheaper.
Right,
Sure.
and they've realized the error of their ways, right? Because now Elite's going to be free, and it's going to be it's going to be like an online, an all-season pass for the next one, right? That's how it is for this next
Correct.
one.
You can buy the $50 season pass, or it's $15 for each of the map packs.
Right, so you get crappy Elite no matter what. In the next game, it's free.
Right, but I just, they've had a year now to iron out the kinks.
I guess they decided it's
And
not going to be ironed.
It's still not ironed, at least from what I've seen. Again, I haven't been on there in a few months.
Right.
And now you're not even gonna you're gonna isolate the Nintendo crowd. And now, granted, I'm not going to be buying the Wii U to play Black Ops 2.
No.
But I'm sure there are people out there who want to get the Wii U, and I do want to get it at some point. I'm not going to get Black Ops 2. But maybe that's their only gaming outlet, and that's the only thing they have, and you're not even going to give them the opportunity to check their stats and all that. Like, this is ridiculous.
And I don't understand. It's the same game.
Right. Well, there's got to be something. I mean, like, Nintendo's been kind of closed-lipped about what their online thing really is going to be, and I think it's got to have something to do with that, which is unfortunate. It's kind of like the PS3 and Skyrim and stuff like that. Yes, it is the same game, but these are different platforms, and depending on how the developer have designed their infrastructure, there's certain things that sadly cannot be done on all of them, at least not the same way, which is why you see like Bethesda games sucking on PS3 because of how they build them out. It's got to be something in the guts there they're not telling us about. And Nintendo just like, I don't know what their deal is, but they just have this problem with anything that has to do exclusively with online. Like they're like, put in a 50,000 code for your, like why? Like why?
Oh yeah. Oh.
That is so alienating and weird.
Yeah.
So weird.
I just, for a company as huge as Activision,
right.
I mean, this is a multi-billion, maybe trillion, I don't know.
They got a lot of money.
They have a ridiculous amount of money. Black Ops 2 is going to make them easy $1 billion in the first couple weeks.
Yeah.
Like, there is no excuse for it anymore.
Right.
Like, you need to allocate sources to that website.
Yeah, like, fix that problem.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, if especially this past year, because it's like, you had to pay $50 for it. So how many people bought Elite, and they got $50 a piece from everyone? There's no excuse for not hiring people to
fix that. Yeah. Right.
It drives me nuts.
It is insane. But, they know that they're still going to get their money no matter what, so...
Dumb.
Yeah.
People will keep doing what we allow them to do, right?
Dumb.
Indeed.
Anyways, thank you, first-person gamers. And I had one more thing that I wanted to talk about.
Sure.
So, this past week, Game Informer did a test chamber on Halo 4 multiplayer.
Ooh.
I don't know if you know.
I haven't seen that one.
All right, so test chamber is they take a game that they just recently reviewed and they play about 20 minutes of it. They film it and they comment over it, and then they have the reviewer come in and talk about why he or she
reviewed it this way.
And it's a really cool idea. And so it was Halo 4 multiplayer, and one of the things that I found very interesting was the reviewer said that he heard a lot of the concern over Halo 4 being handled by a new company,
right?
And it was justified to a degree because everyone was concerned they were going to change everything.
Sure.
But he actually has the opposite view and said, well, I would actually worry if a company doesn't change anything. Like if a new developer keeps everything the same.
Right.
Which I found an interesting point because I guess thinking back on some games that failed to make it, at least in the long term, like Tony Hawk or Guitar Hero.
Right.
Like, even though it changed developers and they tried to change some things around the core, gameplay remained the same.
And then people got bored.
And I mean, I even saw that with Bioshock 2.
Sure, yeah.
Like, it was a fun game, but one of my qualms was it felt very samey.
Right.
Except I felt like the story of Eleanor Lamb was the same as Jack from the first one, except you didn't get to play as Jack. You got to play someone from the sidelines just watching.
Right.
This is Bioshock?
Which was Delta.
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking.
And so that's why I'm so excited for Infinity, because it just completely changes everything.
Everything about it.
Bioshock Infinity looks amazing, and I can't wait until, was it February?
Yeah. That's going to be awesome.
And so I was just curious on your all's thoughts.
We'll get you there, Greg. I actually take the same stance as you. Like, I think if I was to be honest, I was excited for Halo because it was a new Halo, and that was it. I was excited for like more of the story, but I did not think that I would play it for that long on the multiplayer side until I started seeing all this multiplayer footage, and I saw that it was so different. Like all the sounds are different, all the gun models are different. They didn't just do a copy and paste and give us some new maps and stuff. Like, everything looks and it feels different because of the new, like I was talking about before, the new ordnance stuff and the support abilities, and of course the new weapons, but the ability to sprint and things like that, the quicker the kind of quicker gameplay. That's what sold me. I'm like, I got to get this at midnight. That's what like made me a slobbering dog over this game. Is that they did do something different with it, and I'm really excited to kind of step back into that same character and continue that story, but also have a new, fresh feel to it. Mm-hmm. Because I did kind of get sick of like Reach because it felt a little bit like this is the same, to me. So yeah, I'm psyched for that. Yeah, I agree with you, Greg, on that.
Yeah, I agree too. I think if I want a new game in the same series, I'm looking for something that's familiar. You want the same types of things, but you want something a little different as well. I guess Call of Duty does that to a certain extent.
To an extent.
Yeah. But it's like from Modern Warfare 2 to Modern Warfare 3. Love Modern Warfare 2. Really like Modern Warfare 3. I mean, for a while there was, it's the same. They made some changes, which I liked. So it still felt like the same game, but at the same time, it was like, I want new stuff as well. So, just going along the Call of Duty lines, I'm interested to see what happens with, like, the transition between Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops 2. I know they're different developers, but, I mean, it's the same game. But right. I just want to see, what else they can offer.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. If they had not added support perks and kill confirmed to Modern Warfare 3, I would have played it for 1 month and that's it.
Yeah.
Like the reason that was actually the first Call of Duty that I actually prestiged in was because they made those changes. And yeah, they were subtle to most people, but for me, they were a game changer. Because like I said before, I don't get a lot of kills without getting killed. Like, I am crazy. Like, I run in and I get slaughtered, but like, I try to play the objective. I try to help my team. So if they're going to give me a perk that's tied to those things and not just kills, that makes that game suddenly a game that I can do well in, and that made all the difference in the world to me. So, like, I'm hoping that that's what's going to happen for me with Halo multiplayer, with the ability to kind of play to my strengths and my play styles now. I'm hoping that I can get into that just as much as I did Modern Warfare 3, as opposed to Black Ops 1 or the other Call of Duties that I like, but I just stunk at.
Well, and it gets old, too. If the only objective in multiplayer is
just
kill.
Kills, right.
It, like, really, right. At least with the support class, you mix it up a little bit, which I liked.
Right.
And that's why I'm looking forward to Black Ops 2, like with how they're redoing the kill streaks again. It's not kills based, it's points based.
Right. Yeah.
Which is nice because it's nice if I get something positive for assisting,
right,
or something
absolutely
positive for capturing
absolutely
the flag or
that's
whatever.
what you
and
want.
Especially that's the objective. That is
right.
One of the things that frustrates me is domination is my go-to game mode.
Yeah.
And the whole point is to capture the flags to hold for your team.
Right.
And, when it turns into a team deathmatch,
right.
It's like, no,
lame.
Go play team deathmatch, people.
Play the flag.
Yeah, so at least you get rewarded in Modern Warfare 3, you get rewarded for capturing the flag or doing something to the objective.
Right.
Yeah, and the footage I've seen of Halo 4 as well looks to be the same, in terms of helping flag people.
Oh, and and there's like new points for there's points that change based on what is going on in the match. Like there's what's it called now? Is it called Domination or Dominion?
It's Domination.
It's Domination.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the awesome thing about that mode is that now if you're getting dominated, you get extra perks to help you get back in the fight. And you're like trapped in one area until you own it again. It's pretty cool. I saw this last night. It was awesome. But anyways,
nice.
Yeah, there's lots of extra perks like that in the new multiplayer that I'm hoping will keep it fresh and not just about kills. So, so it's safe to say we're psyched about Halo 4 this week, folks.
Yeah. I know there's a lot of talk about shooters, but, we got two of the biggest ones.
Oh, it's going to be
back
awesome.
to back.
Probably
next
week will be the same.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, it will.
So
I think that we're going to go get ourselves some food and then do maybe some other recording for Moo later on today. Unless you guys have anything else to talk about now?
Looking forward to Halo 4. Yay!
Yay!
That's it.
All right.
Should we have the big reveal of what our Let's Play is?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
All right. So this will come out tomorrow, but we're gonna hope to have an episode every Wednesday, or
hopefully,
at least as long whenever we can do it. But be prepared this Wednesday. I know you're all going to be playing Halo 4, but if you could take some time out and watch our Let's Play of Killer 7
Weird.
for the PlayStation 2, you can watch us get all weirded out.
Yeah.
Because, it's a weird game.
It is.
And I'm looking forward to it because I know nothing about this game other than
Probably
what
going
you
into
told me.
it virgin is the best way.
So
Very strange.
yeah, it'll be.
I've never
interesting.
played it. I guess I'm going to be on the sticks, so we'll see how this goes.
All right. So check us out there, and as always, check us out on our page, MondayMooCast.com, on our Facebook fan page. You can find us on iTunes in audio form, and you can find us on audiovisual form on our YouTube channel, Monday MooCast. As always, this is Mike and Greg and Andrea, and we are signing off.